Hey guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy. Now in this video, I'm going to show you an exercise that's a little more advanced, and it's going to help you work on trust in the friction zone. Now I'll call this exercise the stop and U-turn exercise. Now I'm also going to give you 3 tips that's going to help you complete this exercise, and I'm going to ride it for you. So hang tight. Just like the last 2 friction zone exercises I did in this series, this exercise does not require any setup. All you need is a parking lot. So when doing this exercise, you want to start out riding in a straight line at a slow speed. Then you want to use the rear brake to briefly stop the motorcycle. Now this stop does not have to be a long stop. Once you come to a complete stop, you want to immediately turn the handlebars and complete a U-turn without putting your foot down. Now here are 3 tips that you need to do to be successful. Now, tip number 1 is I recommend you stand in the friction zone as you stop the motorcycle and start your U-turn. So prior to starting your U-turn, you want to already be in the friction zone, and you want to stay in the friction zone until you complete your U-turn. This will cause the motorcycle to have a gradual lean as you make your U-turn due to already having power to the rear wheel before you started your turn. Now, tip number 2 is you want to turn your head and eyes and look back over your shoulder while turning the handlebars in the direction that you want to go. Now, tip number 3 is it is okay to trail brake using the rear brake if you find yourself going wider while you're making your turns. Now, if you haven't seen my video on trail braking, I will leave a link in the description below. Now, let's go outside and I'm gonna ride this thing for you. Now remember, you always want to practice going in both directions. Many riders tend to practice their strong side, but then neglect their weak side. But the goal is you want both sides to be as equal as possible. Now this is a great exercise to help you start trusting the friction zone. But if you haven't watched my previous 2 videos I did in this series, I recommend you watching those videos first. Now stay tuned for part 4 in this series where I'm really going to up the game. But until then, you got it guys. Practice, 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 and ride safe.